Okay, folks, for this screencast, I'm going to show you how to make your first C++ script, or code really, and compile it using command line in the terminal. So to just get things started, I'm running Ubuntu 18.04, which is a version of Linux, and you can see some of my stats here, which is not very big deal. But basically in Linux, if you're unaware, you can open up your terminal and you can run terminal commands, and you can kind of check out what's going on here, and using ls commands and things like that. So one thing that you want to make sure you have is G++, which is the command line compiler. If you don't have G++, you just want to run the sudo apt-get install G++ command. I'm not going to run it because I already have it installed. Once you have this though, so you can run things and compile things in the compiler, but you need a text editor to actually run the code. And so a lot of people use Emacs, some people use VI, you've got Nano, Sublime, but for this tutorial I'm going to use VSCode just because everything's all in one place. I've got code here, so I can kick off the main function in C++. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to call it first compile.cpp, and VSCode is going to automatically detect that this is a C++ file, and here's my main function. And so the first thing that you always do in C++ is you kind of include the standard lib, and then you use what's called a namespace. I'm going to use namespace standard, and then I'm going to type in printf, which prints to the home menu, and you do this everywhere. You say hello world, and then the /n gives you a new line, and so // are comments, and so this will print hello world to the, one second. Okay, I apologize for that. So / is a comment, and this printf will print hello world to the to what's called standard out. So that's the terminal standard out. And then one thing that I forgot is that we need to include IO stream. So these are called header files, and they contain C++ libraries. So if you've ever coded an Arduino or anything like that, this should look familiar. It just pulls that in. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and save this, and if I type in ls, you'll see that there's a code called first compile. And so in order to run this, you're going to do G++, which is the compiler, and you're going to type in first compile, and then I'm going to do -o, and then I'm going to call this my first code, and it should compile. And if you had ls, there's something here now called my first code. So this is the compile command. So basically the compiler, the name of the function, or the name of the script that you're writing, and then the name of the code that you want it to compile to. And so it'll take this code and compile it into a binary file, and that's why Linux is showing up as green. And then to run it, you type in / my first code, and there you go, it prints out hello world. And there you go, there is your first script. Hopefully that will help you out.